Hey guys, J19 brought to you another video, and today we're going to discuss about Detroit Lions. I don't usually make Detroit Lions videos, but I am back to making content. I will be back to making more video game content at a later time, but I had to get this off my chest because I'm seeing so many Detroit Lions content creators out there are just saying some of the wildest stuff. Like they don't comprehend stuff very much. They're not happy about what Detroit Lions are doing for as a pass rusher deal. They don't like the signing of DJ Reed very much, um, and stuff like that. So we're gonna go over a few things. Why I think reasons why people need to pay attention. So so what's that? Let's get right into it. So people wonder why in the hell we're not signing a pass rusher, right? We got Miles Adams. He just signed earlier today for was a 1 year deal, so a prove it deal. Can you prove to be a backup? Can you be a viable backup pass rusher to Marcus Davenport? Another signing that people don't like. But if you look at his signing bonus stuff, it's just one if he plays enough games, he gets a certain number of sacks, then he'll get the full amount of that contract. However, he's only getting a veterans contract, which is like what 1.1 million, maybe just under that, a little over, not that much. 1 year deal, not 1 year deal, but it's like here, play. Can you stay healthy? Can you be ready to play? A lot of people didn't like his press conference. He's a very stoic guy. He don't have a whole lot of energy to him. He's just here to go to work, and he's tired of answering the questions about injuries. He's tired of it too. He's tired of being injured. No player wants to be injured, guys. It ain't his fault. His arm broke. His forearm, right? Whatever. His elbow. Excuse me. He had a broken elbow. So hey, he's back. He's back in the building. He wants to play. He wants to compete. He wants to be here. He likes it here. The players like him here. There's no locker room issue with that guy. Miles Adams, he's got to prove it to himself. Can he be a viable backup? Why are we not signing a big name pass rusher? J19, you might explain it to us because we don't understand why you're against signing it. I'm not against it. I'm just stating my point in here. What I think is going on. Let's say we do sign a big name pass rusher. Let's say we get Trey Hendrickson, right? We get him. Signs a four-year contract for like $85 million. People like, whoa, him and Aidan Hutchinson are going to go nuts. Yeah, they're going to get 10, 11, 12 sacks plus each. Hutchinson probably gonna have way more. Trey Higginson's might gonna have about 11 to 15 sacks, right? We'll have about a very powerful D line. However, yes, the salary cap's going up every year, but you guys don't understand what's going on here. Who's the big name contract expiration we need to worry about? We got Aidan Hutchinson. He's got what, another year or two left on his contract? 2 years, I think. I think he's up in 2026, 27, right? So guess what he needs to be? He needs to be re-signed. He wants a massive contract. What do you do a hometown discount? I have no idea. I have no idea what his plans are. But if I know Aiden, he knows he's one of the biggest, baddest pass rushers in his early career, young career, right? He has 7.5 sacks after he went down against Dallas, and he got his final sack of the season. He led the league in pressures and sacks for weeks after he went down. What does that tell you? He is one of the most dominant pass rushers we have in this league. He was on pace to break Michael Strahan's sack record, and he was on pace to beat it by 5, 6 sacks. Like to a point where he was like, how in the hell are we going to have anybody beat this sack number? He was on pace. I don't know if he's going to reach it, but he was on pace. He would probably took us to the Super Bowl because our defense would be so good at getting pressure against the quarterback that we probably wouldn't lose against Washington. We probably wouldn't lose against Buffalo. We probably have so we'll be 16-1, right? So we lost against the Buccaneers with Aidan Hutchinson. Let's just say we lost one game, right? We'll be 16-1. Let's say we won all those games. We won the Super Bowl with Aidan Hutchinson. That's great. That's what we want. That's what we wish that happened, but it didn't. So now we are staring down the barrel of Aidan Hutchinson, who wants to get paid. He hasn't already said it, but he knows it's coming up. He's got about another year. They'll have another year left, and they'll have they'll do like a 5th-year option, right? 2027. You don't want to go to a 5th-year option with an elite pass rusher. You want to sign him to early enough where he's not going to cost you an arm and leg. However, he wants to probably get paid like an elite pass rusher, so you got to pay $100 million plus. You can't do that if you sign another guy for like $85 million. Yes, the salary cap goes up every year, but what else is also on the market? St. Brown, Jameson Williams needs a contract extension. So St. Brown, Jared Goff, Penei Sewell's contracts are fine now, but the back end of it, Detroit Lions have to pay a lot of money to these guys. Either that, they do restructures, right? If they want to restructure to stay in Detroit, that's their own prerogative, right? But for now, Detroit's going to have to worry about the salary cap. They got a lot of money right now, but doesn't mean in about a year or two, it's like they ain't going to have a whole lot of money left when these contracts start taking money out immediately. Not immediately, but for that year. So, yeah, those three, Jameson Williams wants to get paid. Yeah, Aidan Hutchinson is a big one. Why we're not signing an elite pass rusher to help out Aidan. Would it be cool for like a year or two? Yeah. The first will probably win a Super Bowl within the next 2 years because of that, which is what people want. But however, do you want to win one Super Bowl, or do you want to sign Hutch, restructure these guys? Hopefully, you hit Brad Holmes if he hits another gem or two in the pass rushing department in the draft, or even get our roster built up for the next 10 years or next 5 years, which would be what, 2020? It'd be 2030. You guys want to see one Super Bowl? You guys want to see possibly seeing, hey, Detroit Lions can win 2 or 3 Super Bowls if they stay healthy, if they keep this core together. Aidan Hutchinson's here. They hit a couple of splashy draft picks, right? That's what we're looking at right now. We're staring down the barrel of all these contracts. Aidan Hutchinson wants money. Jameson Williams wants to get paid like a number 2 wide receiver. It's going to get costly, ladies and gentlemen. That is why the Lions are not signing a big-name pass rusher. Will we want that? Yeah, I want that too. I want them to try to get Myles Garrett. He's gone. I want them to try to get, a few other ones. DeMarcus Lawrence is on the market still. Trey Henderson, right? He's still there. I think the New Year League starts on Wednesday, so they can do trades and stuff like that then. This is just free agency. They can still sign some guys on the free agent market. There's still a chance. But again, we're facing a big situation with the contracts that are coming up, and people want their money at back end of the contract. So that's why, for me personally, I had to make a video to talk about this because a lot of people are not thinking clearly. They're just pissed off we don't have a pass rush. I get it. But every team has a weakness. Kansas City Chiefs, the Eagles, the Rams, the Steelers, the Ravens, the Bengals, right? Bengals were a great team. They should have made the playoffs, but what held them back? Their defense is piss poor. Joe Burrow went nuts. Last year. He should have won MVP if he had made the playoffs and he probably would have made it to the Super Bowl. He could have beat Kansas City if the defense is average. Defense sucked. Right? There's a weakness. Yeah, Eagles won because the Chiefs are not that good at offense. The offense looks silly. The offense looked bad. They look old. And Travis Kelce's like, I'm coming back for another year. Cool. Dude, retire. You're old. I know, 30s ain't old. But when you're in the NFL speaking terms, if you're in your 30s, you're old. Right? 40s, you're old. Like Tom Brady. You can tell that his career started to slide downhill after he won the Super Bowl in 2020. Just when after that 1 year, and then he thought about coming back. He's like, no, I'm done. Like, he retired officially, right? So anyways, sorry for blathering around there, but I was just trying to show you guys some examples. Not show you guys, but talk about it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of all this. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys think the reason why Detroit ain't getting an elite pass rusher is because they're worried about all these contracts that are coming up with St. Brown, Penei Sewell, Jared Goff, back end of their contracts are going to be costly. Aidan Hutchinson wants to get paid big bucks. Jameson Williams wants to get paid like a number 2 wide receiver because he's a threat. And then so on and so forth. Because eventually Jahmyr Gibbs needs to be paid. So let me know. Am I right about this? Are the Lions just say, hey, our hands are tied right now? Hands are tied. We can't do anything. So, anyways, that's all I'm going to have for Detroit Lions news for now. I could talk about how I feel about the season. As a failure. 15-2. We dominated the regular season. We won 6-0 in division. Won the NFC North title 2 years running. I mean, that's great. I got the gear and stuff. But none to show for in the playoffs. We played poo-poo. We played poo-poo in the playoffs. Back to the drawing board. So this is our drawing board. Brad Holmes is going to cook. He's going to do whatever he can with his contract situations. The salary cap, I know it's going to go up, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Take care.